Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky. Today we are going to be scrapbooking the Grand's new fall pajamas with a Halloween collection. This is a collection from close to my heart. It's called Got Candy. I think this is probably a collection from maybe 2 years ago. I do like to get all of the specialty papers when we do Valentine's Day or Halloween or something like that. Even if I'm not in a place where I could use them at that point, I don't have photos for them at that point, I still like to get a hold of them. And here is a very good example as to why, because this is 2 years old and I'm using it now and it's super fabulous. Nope. I do love the way this came out. So you can see how I cut that paper in half diagonally. That's going to be our basic layout. I hadn't scrapbooked for a while when I started doing these, and you can probably tell with the last couple videos that have been up, they've been pretty basic, and that's because I'm getting my scrapbooking feet back under me, and I'm super excited, guys. Like this morning when I wake up, which this morning that's kind of pushing it. I stayed up late, so I didn't wake up this morning. But it's pushing it. But when I walked into my craft room, oh, it smelled so nice. Everything was clean, mostly put away except for the project I was working on. It was amazing. So yeah, I can't wait to spend even more time in there and bring you even more projects. So you can see right here I am using the striped paper as my half, and these are the photos of the kids. I turned them black and white. I really didn't need to. They're new jammies. They were dinosaurs, and I do believe they're orange and purple. That's why I chose a Halloween collection, because in the colored photos these jammies really reminded me of Halloween pajamas, just the colors that were in them, even though they are dinosaurs. So you can see I have the whole product suite of the Got Candy. I got the papers and sticker sheet, matching cardstock. It had a stamp, cute little sequins. And oh, by the way, this Got Candy, and also I know those sequins are still available. I'll link them down below. Hopefully I'll recall. So I saw this little cute little banner sticker, and I thought I'd go, you know, use that in some way. I don't end up doing that. I ended up using this spider web, and you know what? There are no spiders on their pajamas, but I don't even care. It was too cute. The spiders in this collection, they're too cute not to use. So I couldn't find my anti-static pouch when I was doing this. So I am just taking the stickers and patting them on my leg to kind of make them not sticky. Right here, I'm looking at the photos and I'm like, oh, that's not really going to work. I want the photo to be over on the other side. So we're just going to flip this, and our lines are going to be horizontal now. So we're just kind of turning it over a little bit. I'm going to put the cute little spider web up in that corner, and then the little spiders. The title of this is going to be New Jammies, and then it says Fall 2022. So I am pulling out all these cute little leaves. We are going to be using those because I do include Fall 2022 in the title. So I thought that was pretty cute. We do have several of these cute little leaves. I love those. The stamp that came with the product bundle for Got Candy, it does have a nice little leaf just like that on the stamp. Just one though. I think it's probably going to be more the size of that orange one. But so simple and cute. Easy to cut out. You can see well, maybe you can't see this in the photo, but they are at home in this photo. So I thought, well, why not use a house? So I am going to be pulling that house out. There were some creepy like spindles at the top of the house. We're going to kind of cover those up with a leaf, but we're going to leave the chimney showing just so you can definitely tell, yeah, that's definitely a house. That cute little spider and this cute little spider, those came out of the Sequins pack. You can see I'm looking at them in my hand. That Sequins pack has got lots of smaller sequins, but it has also got the spiders and a ghost and pumpkins. I'm only using the spiders for this. You can see I picked out several of the other sequins and just dropped them on there. I also went away and found some twine to use for my spider coming down from the web. Here, I wish I wouldn't have done this, guys. I really wish I wouldn't have done this. I didn't want to clean everything off of my paper so I'm just kind of moving stuff a little bit and tacking it down a little bit. That striped paper does end up being a little crooked, and when I try to straighten it out, I do bunch up that striped paper just a little bit. I know. It's fine. It's fine. It comes out looking great. You can see that I have the title over to the right. It says New Jammies Fall 2022. Those are Felicity Jane alphas. And when I was at Kathy's, she says, Becky, did you hear about Felicity Jane? I just saw something come up about Felicity Jane. I'm like, no. So I had to go Google and look. And she's taking a break, I guess. And there's not going to be any more Felicity Jane for the time being. It sounded like what she wrote. It sounded like she's just taking a break. She is going to be coming back is what it sounded like to me. But if you want to check that out, you can go check that out. And I do believe that she was, there might not be anything left, but she did have like big sales on a product that she still had in inventory. And perhaps these alphas, the ones that says New Jammy Fall 22, perhaps they'd be in there. I'm not really sure. I did go a little crazy with that adhesive, so I had to get out my little rubber eraser to get rid of it. Yeah, look at me trying to put this twine around this photo. It's like, could I have made it more complicated? I probably could have, but I'm just going to tie it up right here in the center. I've done this before when I wanted more than one touch of twine. Yeah, that's cute. Just put a bow in it. Make the little loops a little bit smaller. Pull the loops, boop, so it gets a nice tight. Kind of try and straighten them out as best as you can. Super cute. Now we got to trim those tails. Now, you can see how I just used all the twine. If you're like trying to conserve your twine, obviously you can just tape it down at the top of the back and at the bottom of the back and not have all the wasted twine in the center there. I'm a waster, apparently. We're going to go ahead and put down this foam tape. This is the thin foam tape from Close to My Heart. Super cute. I love this foam tape. It's so fun. It's not too thick, which I like, but if I wanted thicker, I could just double this up. I am going to be using that charcoal stripe right there to kind of try and get my photos straight. Here's where we're going to commit to the placement of our house. Very cute. Now, I did not do a whole lot of editing on this one, so a lot of other pieces are going to be in this video, and perhaps I don't have anything to say about it. You can just, you know, scrapbook your way, you know, with me. Here I did try to, I thought I was going to put fall 2022 like that lengthwise, but I'm going to end up going against that and stacking it on the side of that house that says fall 2022. See the creepy little spindles that come up from that house? Yeah, I wanted to cover those. Most of the leaves are going to be put up on foam tape. This one right here is. And for those little spiders, I do pull out my glue dots to adhere those down. I was trying to look, because the pumpkins, they're kind of iridescent on one side. I don't think they're iridescent on both sides. So I was looking at the front and the back of that spider, seeing if there was any difference, if I had to be careful about how I put it down. So this cute little spider is going to be up on foam tape. I know, who would ever think that I would say cute and spider in the same sentence. But look at that spider. He's so cute. Okay, so I thought I would let this twine stay kind of like that, almost like the wind's blowing, right? Because those leaves are falling, so there's a little bit of wind. So I was going to let his, what is that? The string that comes down to his body, I was going to let that kind of blow in the wind too. I do end up straightening that up a little bit. I thought, no one would understand that. Why is that string crooked? Well, yeah, I end up straightening it out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to commit to the placement of all these leaves. And like I said, I do pop a lot of them up on foam tape. Definitely all these ones that are falling. The one that is up in the spider web, it's just going to be flush to the page because there's so much there. It does not really even need to be put up. You know, we don't need to put that up on foam tape too and bring even more attention to the page, you know, or to that area. So we're just going to leave that one flat. Here's where I start messing with that little spider's string thing. I'm just going to use a piece of washi to tape it down right there. Of course, I used a way too long piece of washi, so I will end up having to pull this sticker up to kind of pull some of that out of there. Here's where I said that it was kind of crooked. You can see there's a little bit of white sliver coming out the side right there. So I'm pulling it toward me, and when I do that, it kind of buckles right there because that paper was crooked, and it's stuck down. Does that make sense? It's not like, how would I explain that? The paper is stuck down in that spot, so when I take the paper that is not stuck down yet and move it, the other piece is stuck down, so it's going to cause that paper to bunch right there, and that is exactly what happened. I was being lazy, and instead of just, you know, trying to pull that paper up, the whole thing, and straighten it out, you know, I went about it the lazy factor, or the lazy way. But, it was like before, when I glued that striped paper down, I left everything on the layout, and I really should have just moved it off and put it down, but I did not do that. So you guys can learn from me. We're just going to use some of this art glitter glue to put down this sleeve right here. That was actually quite a lot. You can see my metal tip came off of there too, so it is actually kind of glops out a lot without that metal tip on there. I will say I did boil some water, drop that in there, rinse it out, kind of pick it out a little bit, boiled some water, dropped that in there. And the only reason I was doing it that way is because I was using the microwave. I should have just, or I could have just put it on the stove and boiled the water with that in there. But it did help clean that silver thing out if you have any problems with that. I don't know if you can buy those little silver things that go to the top of your art glitter glue. I don't know if you can buy just that. That'd be pretty cool if you could buy just that silver thing that goes on the top of your glue. If anybody knows if that's a thing, let me know. Okay, so here are all those sequins that I had pulled out of that pack, and I'm just kind of putting them down around the page. I have some kind of smoky gray looking. There's some of the orange. There's a couple clear. I've got some black in there as well. I didn't glue them down yet because I've got to commit to my title. So you can see I'm just going to stack them up. It's going to be 2022 at the bottom, and fall is going to sit right on the top of that. Now, I may or may not have problems with these in the future because I did not add any extra adhesive underneath them, and these are not that sticky. So I'm either going to have to go back and put some adhesive under them or probably end up fixing it in the future. Super cute. Look at those kids, guys. Ugh. I was hoping to see them Saturday. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to see them, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to see me Saturday. So, yeah. Hopefully I can get it arranged to where I get to see them. So here's where I'm just going to put new jammies. I do cut this out because my head is in there a lot. To get things straight, I often need to be right over the top of it, just like that. I am using that new T-square ruler from Close to My Heart. I love that thing, guys. It is amazing. Oh, and just in time, because when Kathy and I were cleaning up my room and organizing and stuff, my other T-square ruler kind of snapped in half. Okay, so I want to, for the rest of this year and ongoing into 2023, I do want to try to use something out of my scraps on every layout, unless it's for, you know, a collab or something, whatever. But for the most part, I want to use something from my stash on every layout, just to kind of make sure I'm looking through my stash, working with it a little bit. Maybe there's some things I'm going to find in here I don't like anymore, so those are going to have to go away, you know. Anyways, I pulled out the black and I'm looking through there, and there are several of these tags. That one right there. Some of them are black with the yellow, and I thought that looked great right there, especially with those yellow leaves. I know I don't have yellow on the paper, but I have them on the yellow leaves. I'm going to trim this down quite a bit. You can see where I just snipped off where it says the best. That will come into play later. See, I think that looks cute. Now, when I put this down, I am leaving that hole naked. However, when I pulled this layout out to do the voiceover, I was in my craft room. I've since come outside, so it's not in front of me anymore. But when I first pulled it out to start doing this voiceover, I noticed it, and I was like, oh, no, we can't have that. So it does have twine in it right now. It just, in this video, I hadn't caught it yet. Well, when I turned this over, I saw the best. That came off that same card, and I really liked the way it looked. It's crooked, though, because I wasn't planning on using it, right? So when I cut it, I'm just like, zoop, and just snipped it real fast. I wasn't trying to get it straight. So I do go back and trim it up and put it a little straight, and I'm going to go ahead and use that right there. It just says the best. Thought that looked really great. Gave me a little bit more black to tie in from the first part of the tag up top in the new jammies. So then we got new jammies, that alpha, it's there, and also over here toward the bottom. Perhaps if I had any leaves left, maybe I could put a leaf down there by the fall 2022, so that would have a little leaf in it, but that's probably not going to happen. I do want to give you a little tip. Okay, so I'm using this tool picker upper thingy. I can't remember what it's called. It's quite close to my heart. And the teeniest, tiniest sequins on there, they don't want to come off of it. Well, the tip is, if you freshly sharpen it, it'll get a nice point to where you can pick up even those teeny tiny sequins, and they will come right off the tool. I didn't take the time to do that, which I should have. There's a you know, pencil sharpener sitting right there on my desk, but I didn't. I know some of you are probably like, Becky, you're the laziest, but some of you are probably like, girl, I get you. I'm your little sister. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put down all of these as sequins. After those sequins are down, that's going to be all we do. I don't even do splatters on this one. I loved it so much. I was afraid the splatters would go awry. So did not even do those. I love this. I think it is so super cute. I love looking at it. Love the photos too, though. So that's probably helps. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to support my channel, check the links down below. If you'd like to pick up this collection or maybe just some other scrappy stuff, go to beckybidding.closetomyheart.com. Thank you. Bye, guys.